Hello and welcome back to my channel. First of all, a short note to my German viewers. Dieses Video ist auch in deutscher Sprache verfügbar. Bitte klickt auf die Infokarte oben rechts im Video, um zur deutschen Version dieses Videos zu gelangen. Dankeschön. As you can tell by the darkness surrounding me, it is quite late already, and actually I am out here to record some bad audio. I have picked this date as the last full weekend of August is the date for International Bad Night. The International Bad Night has been taking place since 1997 in more than 30 countries around the world. The purpose of the International Bad Night is that nature conservation agencies as well as various NGOs pass on information about bats and how they live. So tonight I will be recording bat audio using my mobile recording equipment as well as a stationary recording device. Come along and join me on this short hike. Let's see if we can find some bats and record the audio and potentially identify the species of bats that we are hearing. So here you can see the audio moth, which is a recording device especially built for monitoring the soundings of insects or bats, and it is quite a good device. I've been using it for more than 2 years now. I already turned it on. It is set to automatic recording until 6 AM, so it's continually writing to the SD card that is in there, and like this I can get the audio recorded of the bats that are flying around here while I'm moving about outside. And like this we are now ready to get going. When I'm recording the screen of my bat recorder, I will record the audio entirely, so I should be able to record the audio of my talking as well as the audio of the bats, and then I can downsample it or edit it. I might post a video on that itself. And yeah, so we get going with that and we see what happens while we are outside, and meanwhile I let the device running at this location. Okay, so essentially what you can see on the screen right now is the app that I'm using for recording the bats audio. I'm gonna turn it on by tapping on the small microphone sign, and now as I'm talking you can see my speech in the area from 0 to 20, which is kilohertz, so that's the human voice range, and far above there, about in the area from 40 to 150, you can see audio already showing up, and that's actually bats that are flying around here. So you do have some around here. Those are most likely water bats. I will display the correct names through editing and possibly add a picture, but just from the spectrum I cannot tell, and I do not want to disturb too much with the audio going off my cell phone, so I will have to check on that later on. But yeah, that's already looking quite promising, and I'm gonna continue my hike. Okay, so essentially I reached a location where I can hear more bats, so I'm gonna start the recording. And now I have set it so that it can take an automatic recording whenever the microphone detects a bat being around. So I'm just gonna tap here and the automatic recording starts. And we will have to wait for a bat to approach. And once that happens, you will see the recording time pop up. There were some around here, so I'm optimistic that some will be showing up. What you can see in the area around, I'd say 17 kilohertz is the crickets going off, and otherwise my voice in the lower spectrum, and everything above 40 kilohertz is interesting concerning bats. They are flying around, so you can't always be lucky and get one, but there we go. So now it is recording. It detected a bat in the area and has automatically recorded the audio of it, and it does geotagging with timestamp and so forth, so I can access that data pretty quick whenever I need to. Okay, so I'm at a location, and as you can see on my screen, I just had a pretty nice signature of a bat signal, so I'm gonna start the recording device again and just wait here for a moment to see if we see it coming back. And there it is. Okay, well, I arrived on a cozy bench, and there's some signals around here, so we're just gonna wait here for a moment and see if they get closer or not. But you certainly can tell that there's a bat flying around there. I see it in the spectrum, and try to rotate the microphone as it is slightly directional a bit to see if I can get a stronger signal of it. But yeah, we certainly do have a bad signal here, and yeah, I will have to analyze the files that I'm recording right now, and once that is done I can replay it. Essentially I should be able to replay it right away. Let's see if I can get that done by going to the flight section here. So now I see the current folder, which is this one. And then we see all the files that it has recorded. And of course what we are going to use is the last file, which is this one. The interface is a bit slow as it seems. Okay, so essentially it took a moment to load the file. I got a file loaded right now. Once again, in the bottom of the spectrum, you can see between the number 0 and 20 on the left side of the diagram. On the y-axis, you can see my voice when I was talking, and the x-axis actually is the time. So pretty simple, and everything that is bad basically is somewhere above 40 kilohertz, 48 kilohertz, which is also why you need a good microphone to listen to it. And now I'm gonna try to play back the audio. I'm not sure if that will work or not. I might have to find that media volume. There we go. And essentially this is not the best quality. It's not the audio quality that is bad, just the method for the downsampling. This is much better. So essentially you can hear bad audio. And I'm gonna play the file again with this new setting. Yeah, so I hope the background noise was not too loud when playing back this file. I can't help that, but it should have worked quite well. So if you look here, that's my voice, and now if we look at another area, I'm gonna mark that in a different color. I'm gonna use green for bad audio. If you look here, that is audio from bats in that area. So it doesn't really matter if I talk while I'm recording this. It is recording the bats as they are in a much higher frequency than myself. So that's something you should keep in mind. I can keep talking here normally. It doesn't base as a recording at all. So I changed back into live mode, and yes, there's still the signal around. I'm gonna stop this briefly. So there's still the signal around here, you can see it, and around here as well. So we still get the signal, but anyhow, I'm gonna continue my hike in order to see if I can get a better signal somewhere. Okay, so the display is back to day mode, so we get some colors going, and I adjusted some settings in the software. So basically I adjusted the sensitivity and also the window in which the trigger is looking. As you can see, I do have a few signals above 100 kilohertz, which seem to be some noise either from the cell phone or some other devices around. And yeah, essentially now I adjusted it to be sensitive between 25 and 94 kilohertz, and you can already see that it doesn't trigger that much anymore. I also adjusted the recording times so that we do get longer recordings and also some pre-recording if it triggers. It also uses 1 second of audio that was recorded before the trigger, and then we do get 3 seconds of recording, which you can see there. So that's pretty useful as setting right now. You always have to adjust it a bit to the situation you are in, and I'm glad I did that, and I'm gonna continue the hike to see if we get to see some more bad signals, and I'm just gonna leave the recording running for now, and essentially I can just edit out the audio or the video that is non-interesting but getting started the audio recording and screen recording at the same time is quite a bit tedious, so this will make it a bit easier for me in the processing of the video. Okay, it is getting very dark right now, and with a rather cold temperature, the bats are not as active as during a warm summer night. I therefore will conclude the activity for now, but first of all I would like to thank you for having stayed with me on this journey for this long. You're truly amazing. If you are interested in getting more information on bats, please let me know, and I will consider making more videos on it or making a video on how I analyze the files.